Hello everyone, and welcome to our talk today. I'm Mang Cai, PhD, JD, attorney at law at New Weiming Law Group. Today my topic is 7 frequently asked questions about recommendation letters for green card application. So for US green card applications, especially for the NIW, National Interest Waiver, and EB1, Alien with Extraordinary Ability or Outstanding Researcher categories, the recommendation letter is often required and important. So today we will address some frequently asked questions regarding the recommendation letters. First, why the applications usually require or prefer recommendation letters? Well, for example, if you are a researcher, scientist, engineer, professional, physician, you have past achievements like accomplishments, your research results, discoveries, this kind of past records. Well, the US government agency, and specifically the immigration officers, they need to evaluate your contributions to your field of expertise to find out and determine whether it is significant enough to qualify NIW or EB1 approval. Obviously, they themselves, the immigration officers, are not experts in science or engineering in your specific field. So they need to turn to the experts. They value the recognition and endorsement of experts in your field for their opinion on your achievements. So this is similar to peer review process of journal publications. The editors will get the opinion from peers in your field. Similarly, in your green card application, the opinion from experts in your field are often required, preferred, and valued. The second frequently asked question is, what should be included in the letters? First, there needs to be background information of the person who signs the letter to prove his or her own expertise and authority or reliability. In addition, there needs to be specific information on what have you done in the past in contributing to your field of expertise of specialty with details and examples, instead of vague words. Preferably, there needs to be specific information regarding the impact of your original research work to your field and to peers in the field, including, preferably, the person who signs the recommendation letter. For example, if the person who signs the recommendation letter cited your work, he may use his or her own experience to convincingly endorse your achievements, to emphasize and describe how important your achievements, your contributions are. The next frequently asked question is, who should I ask for the recommendation letters? Well, of course, first, it needs to be someone who agrees to sign a strong letter for you. Well, if a person is ideal for providing a recommendation letter for you, but he or she refuses to do so, of course, that won't help you. So first, the person needs to agree to sign a strong letter for you. And researchers are busy, and it is common and normal for some researchers who you think are ideal to sign a letter, but they refuse to do so. That's okay, just move on. And on top of that, we want independent scholars who did not collaborate with you in research, co-author a research paper with you. Preferably, someone who cited your works or who can otherwise specifically describe the impact of your research work to your field and to peers. So this is who should you ask for recommendation letters. A further question on that is, can I get recommendation letters from my PI, supervisor, friends of mine, or co-workers? The answer to all these questions is yes. You can get letters from all these, but it is better to get letters from scholars outside of your immediate circle. So their letters will be viewed as more objective and carry more weight. Letters from scholars either in the US or in other countries are okay. Letters from both the industry and academia are fine. So you do have a large potential choices, for the recommendation letters. The next frequently asked question is, how should I contact the scholars for recommendation letters? Well, usually you can send them an email and use a distinctive subject line. Don't simply say, oh, I'm applying green card, provide me a letter. Well, that may not work. You need to describe your connections to the scholar. For example, well, the person may be a friend of your supervisor, or the person has visited your laboratory before, or maybe you and the person met in conferences in the past, or maybe that person cited your work or requested sample or other materials, information from your group. So build the connection and use the connection. The next frequently asked question, question 6. What kind of format should the letters be? Well, usually electronic version of the letter is fine. You do not have to get hard copy mailed to you in the modern day. Usually we prefer a PDF format, which can be emailed to you by the person who signs the letter. And after receiving the signed recommendation letter, you can send that to us or save to your Dropbox folder as part of the application package. As you know, the recommendation letters should not be individually submitted to the USCIS because they, being very busy, cannot process those individually submitted evidence. Well, the letter must be presented as one part of your total application package. So, well, the letter cannot be in sealed envelope. Well, most of the scholars who sign the recommendation letters are aware of this, but if needed, you can remind the scholar regarding this situation. Finally, the last frequently asked question is, how many recommendation letters do I need? Well, the quality is definitely more important than quantity. Our experience is usually 4 recommendation letters are good enough. The immigration officers, they are busy too. They may not have the appetite to read similar redundant additional letters. More recommendation letters are fine, but again, you should focus on the contents rather than the total number. As you know, the immigration officers often demand objective evidence, such as media reports, news reports of your research results, or other proofs that your research works have already been implemented commercially, in the industry, or your work has already been patented and licensed, etc. For most researchers who focus on scientific research, basic research, it is difficult to have the research results immediately used commercially. So we still need the recommendation letters. They're still useful, as we mentioned in the beginning, as an endorsement of your achievements by experts in your field. Again, these are 7 frequently asked questions about recommendation letters for green card application. That's our talk. Thank you.